The ad that we filmed over the last 2 days continues to tell a story about Hollard that we started to tell a couple of years ago. And it now starts to share a little bit more about how we think about the world, more than just about delivering insurance. So we'd like to talk about creating better futures. And better futures are created through change. And change can come through little things that improve lives, some small and bigger things that change lives. And the ad is a series of little stories. Some are quirky and humorful, and you'll think, how can that change anybody's life? But some of the other stories are really much more significant.
In fact, you can see on my t-shirt is a lovely character that we've come to know and love. His name is Vusi. You'll have to spot him in the TV ad.
The concept behind this new commercial is pretty simple. It's about improvement. It's about things becoming incrementally better through small, I guess, changes and improvements to things that exist. And that's what Hollard does. They make people's lives better and thereby creating a better future for our country.
So my job was really to try and bring a seamless narrative throughout the story, and one of the things that I tried to do was to bring a couple of new scenes that we joined together from scene to scene. So this idea of the wheel, for example, one of the things that I thought was quite exciting is to bring in young rollerbladers, where you go from roller skates to rollerblades. The idea of the river with the bucket and the women carrying water on their heads to the woman with the hippo roller. And for me it was really, I think, the part of the aesthetic that the creative team were after is this African aesthetic, and for me the hippo roller is one of those things that's an African invention that I thought was really important to bring into the story.
So we often get briefed on the jobs that's just about selling a new product, selling what our brands has got, this latest new thing. This time, however, we got a chance to sell something a little bit different, tell a different story. It was more than just about products. This time we had to talk about our brand's way of thinking, Hollard's way of thinking. This idea that everything they do as a company work towards creating better futures for everyone in our country.
You know what, sometimes clients on set, you sit there, you're thinking, but you know, when it's clients that are just out to really push you to do your best, but having a lot of fun while you do it and allowing you the creative freedom to do that, I think for me that's been the most enjoyable part of it. And people asking questions and not pretending to know everything, people trusting that you're the professional that knows one aspect of it. They know their brand, so for me I need to listen to that. But it's been a lot of fun. I think the humor for me has been pretty the best part of it, and I think that's also, it helped me to push the humor in the story, because that's one of the things I really thought about, was bringing in this humorous moment, women carrying water on a bucket and water pouring out. But when you've got client laughing and your the creative team also you know responding to that, it also helps you to push the work to another level. Yeah, so it's been yeah, you can see I'm laughing. It's been
let's get the empty ball just to roll it across. We can just roll it as an high line.
So Hollard is, I think, one of the most interesting clients that I've worked with in my career. Because as an insurance company, instead of focusing on what can go wrong, they like to focus on what can go right. And that is what informs everything about the brand, and it's what is part of the idea behind the ad of enabling better futures.
So I've mentioned before that Hollard as a company, as a brand, their tone of voice, all of that is really quirky. But it's as if everyone at the company are just as quirky as the company itself. It's like they really truly believe that way of thinking, which is really great.
I think right now there's a great energy where people are trying to get an African aesthetic in their work. But my challenge with it is that a lot of people, we're responding to what people from outside Africa are doing, and then we're saying, oh, we want to do the same. So it's taking outsiders to tell our story. And I think now there's a lot of companies that are pushing the narrative forward, Hollard being one of them, that are saying, you know, uniquely South African and trying to get that South African identity, which I think is really important. And I think if our stories are going to be told in a unique way, in a way that's charming, but that's also translated across boundaries, ethnicities and languages, then we'll start to see work, I think, that really starts to make an impact on the market. The moment where they pass by, it's really going to be a passing moment. But
the key to good storytelling is authenticity. And what's great about this commercial and the story is that it's all true. The story we're telling is about Hollard and Hollard's role in society, particularly in South Africa and Africa at large, and the good things that the company is doing.
When it came to execution, we often, I mean, in the financial sort of category and in the insurance category especially, we tend to get very serious about what we're talking about. And we often, in terms of a look and feel, we default to what Europe is doing or what the US is doing in terms of the look of our ads. With Hollard though, you've got again like this amazing brand that's got this quirky personality that you want to bring alive in every touch point of your communication. And that's exactly what we set out doing. Not only are they quirky as a brand, they are also a truly South African brand, and that's what we set out doing with this commercial. We wanted to create something that was truly South African, something that South Africans could connect with.
That Hollard understands how important it is to be a catalyst for positive and enduring change, that there really are better ways to do things and to secure futures, and to do it with joy and to do it with lightness and to do it with something that really is the way that Hollard engages with the world.
Hollard does a whole lot of stuff that South Africa doesn't know about, and are involved in a number of initiatives and have created a number of products that improve people's lives and make people's lives better.
It's been one of those shoots. Yeah, it's been one of those shoots. Love my client, love my agency, and yeah, I just love it. It's been an amazing job, and the crew, it's been relentless jabbing at each other and making fun. And I think it's translated to the script, so really hoping to bring something that's going to make South Africa smile.
Sure. Yo.
It's great to see lives improve. That's why Hollard ensures that everything we do does just that.